Now let's break down our featured story of the day and discuss the latest with the BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF approval and their latest predictions where the Bitcoin price action is likely to go next. Let's break this down, and shout out to everyone just joining us in that live chat. Now, the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, currently with roughly $10 trillion in assets under management, continues to prep its proposed Bitcoin ETF as segment observers have pointed to potential bullish signs that such products will be approved. That's right, only a matter of time. They're prepping right now. The BlackRock planned iShares Bitcoin Trust is currently listed on the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, known as the DTCC website. Now, industry watchers pointed out in X on Monday, including myself, that the planned fund's ticker is IBTC, according to the official listing. Now, a DTCC spokesperson told Blockworks the proposed ETF was added to the list back in August. The inclusion in the eligibility file of both active funds and potential ETF launches is standard practice, the representative noted, adding it is not indicative of regulatory approval. So don't get it twisted. Bloomberg Intelligence senior analyst Eric Balchunas said on Monday that IBTC is the first proposed spot Bitcoin ETF listed on the DTCC, the financial market infrastructure giant that processes trillions of dollars in securities transactions on a daily basis. Now, a DTCC subsidiary, National Securities Clearing Corporation, known as NSCC, has a process for clearing ETFs that includes the ability to review the ETF's portfolio constituents, which is also used to automate the creation and the redemption of ETF shares and their subsequent settlement, according to the company. So a representative for DTCC did not immediately return the request for comment, but a BlackRock spokesperson said the firm was unable to comment due to filing restrictions. Now, BlackRock amended its Bitcoin ETF proposal on October 18th, virtually last week. Scott Johnson, an associate at Davis Polk and Wardwell, noted the updated S1 filing included a CUSIP for the product, a 9-character code which is needed to identify a North American security for the clearing and settlement of trades. Now, the filing also contained language that seed creation baskets were to be purchased in October, subject to conditions, but did not specify the date or the amount. Quoting Eric Balchunas, the lead ETF analyst over at Bloomberg, note, seeding is typically not a lot of money, just enough to get the ETF going. So I wouldn't read this as, oh my God, BlackRock is buying a ton of Bitcoin at all, but more the fact they're doing it and disclosing it shows another step in the process of launching. Now, definitely notable that BlackRock is leading the charge on these logistics that tend to happen just prior to the launch, Balchunas wrote on Monday. Hard not to view this as them getting a signal that approval is certain/imminent. Others have amended their Bitcoin ETF applications prior to BlackRock doing so. We also have ARK Invest in 21 shares, which updated their Bitcoin ETF filing October 11th. Bloomberg Intelligence analysts pointed to various additions, such as the clarification that the trust assets would not be commingled with corporate or other customer assets. Now, ARK CEO Cathie Wood told CNBC in an interview last week the amendment followed dialogue with the SEC. Now, the filing amendments are not the only apparent progress being made in the quest for a Bitcoin ETF. Also, Grayscale filed last week to register shares of its Bitcoin Trust and their GBTC product under the Securities Act of 1933 as part of the new step in the process to ultimately convert their trust into an ETF. Now, this is a big deal because if they get the green light to convert GBTC to the spot Bitcoin ETF, they're already holding on to over 600,000 Bitcoin as they're the largest hodler of Bitcoin in the world. Now, the DC Circuit Court of Appeals on Monday formalized its August ruling that the SEC rejecting the GBTC conversion to an ETF but approving Bitcoin future funds was arbitrary and conspicuous. The firm looked forward to continuing to work constructively with the SEC to convert GBTC to an ETF. A Grayscale spokesperson shared, adding that we intend to move as expeditiously as possible. So there you have it. And as pointed out here by Crypto Rover, BlackRock is buying Bitcoin, but it won't directly pump the markets. Or will it? But according to him, here's why. The simple reason is that they are acquiring Bitcoin through miners, exchanges, and governments via over-the-counter transactions, as we know as OTC. This method doesn't directly influence the price of BTC. So don't be fooled. They are accumulating. They just literally stated this with the SEC. And he makes a brilliant point. Now, quoting Larry Fink recently being interviewed on Fox News, this rally is way beyond the rumor. I think the rally today is about a flight to quality with all the issues around the Israeli war now. Global terrorism, I think there's more people running into a flight to quality, whether that's in treasuries, gold, or crypto, depending upon how you think about it. And I do believe that crypto will play the type of role as a flight to quality. Preach. Powerful words coming from the CEO of the largest financial company in the world, and quoting another analyst in his take that Bitcoin will pump to $1 million off the back of the spot Bitcoin ETF. Main takeaway, Bitcoin market cap went up by more than 50 billion in minutes. This was off the fake news that BlackRock got their ETF approved by the SEC. And very likely the money flowing into Bitcoin was less than $500 million, which is a ratio of 100 to 1. A former BlackRock director said we can expect $150 to $200 billion flowing into Bitcoin within the next 3 years after the Bitcoin ETFs are approved. So keeping the same ratio at 200 billion, we would have a market cap of 21 trillion and the Bitcoin price would be $1 million per coin. Surely on the way up, there will be many people selling, but this is already directionally clear how much this could affect be for Bitcoin ETFs being approved. So there you have it, fam. Send it and let's freaking go.